Uh, double. I hate these shows. You just turn your TV on and there they are. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter. It's not you dislike more. Alright, why? I'm not here for that. This day is over. The gate is being shut. The sounds are being heard. You're late today, huh? I guess this would be what would have been morning video. Postponed to the evening. And you got an excuse for this? Yeah, let me get into some area I would call my normal. You looking is no real damage seeing the silliness of the human condition, but you might want to take it in some doses. Easy, killer. Because we got a lot more frailty than we are aware. And it ain't no fucking miracle other than how we even survive that becomes apparent to me. So some strange new events happen, but they actually are very strange in what you would have as a response if you're me, because that's my point of view I'm trying to share. We'll talk normal. That's not gonna. Shut up. Keep it down. This guy's talking to himself a lot. You might want to send those people. Stop colluding with people that you don't know. Voice of alter ego, not yet harnessed for use. Can't you just be normal? If you ask me nice, I might. Okay, I'll do it on my own. No, I'm not crazy. I've actually developed the talk to yourself into a fine art. It's not like I really answer myself and wait. They don't know that. Why would you tell them you dummy? Spoiler alert. So one of my friends' daughter, who I had began talking to through belly, and another child, both spring into the world by the process of birth. Because that's actually in the Bible. This is actually mentioned about Jesus and John. Not to get all weirdly fucking religious on you. It's just a simple fact. Check it. Fuck you if you don't. So I'm already well aware of the ability of indwelling souls to be communicating despite not being in the same belly. In fact, that would probably make more sense. You need some room to grow, right? Yeah. Well, I mean, there's twins, but who the fuck wants to be a twin? I'm trying to make light. But even the more, what do they call it? Harsh jesting, coarse jester, sort of speaking isn't really gonna do anything but damage in certain areas. And when you find yourself in these minefields, you found out way too late. There it is. Because you must step lightly to get out without blow the fuck up. It's a very sort of weird, sudden, because that's how you find out, oh shit. So you've suddenly become aware of new parameters. That's what I'm bringing. Because this is the new parameters, how they find. So, okay, number one. Now, I'm coming to you at the lowest common denominator, and I'm going to claw up from there. What do you mean? There's births. New life. We're possibly low common... I ain't had none of this activity. And there's a part of me you might want to say, let it go, or whatever asshole point of me declaration you could make. I already made for myself. I'm very well aware that I am not experiencer of any of the pros in the process. That's a lie. You tell the truth in such a way that I already found my useful activity. Oh, you this is gonna be rich. What are you doing? Working on the environment around these kids. What did I find? You know what they got? They didn't just drop it on me. I actually had to get to this place before they told me. This is all in a day. They're just breaking all my concepts open like they're some coconuts or some shit. Oh, you really advanced there. Can I talk? Humans. And I laugh. I laugh at myself mostly. Probably to my own expense. Nonetheless. Perilous even. It has a very strange emotional bump roller coaster that it speeds up through about now, where you never told them what they have. In fact, this might be where you have to stand there and wave bye to that part of where you would go. Alright, you know what, I can grow up with the viewer on this, because what they have is me that never left to incarnate, standing there with this child that, well, is in a womb. You gotta imagine this a little bit. I can't give all. You actually have to do a little bit of proactive, creative imagination, or maybe this would just be jibba jabba. I don't really know or discriminate what level the general human can be. This is a all-purpose message containing nuggets of truth embedded ad infinitum. Even I probably ain't gonna be done minding here today, were I to actually look at what is. Well, that's very advanced. I thank you, verse, for allowing me to be able to discover myself. Forever. That's pretty close to true. So if I can agree, and I think I should, to wave bye-bye with the part of me that would go that other way, I'll stand here with the awareness of the part of me that's always been on the other side, has never left. And I feel more comfortable now. Maybe that's my inner child that I didn't really recognize the strain. But what went the way away was a lot of attachments to, very clear attachments, very hard to cut any other way. You just can't get around it. And a willingness to build this environment that basically requires the thought of the environment in a more connective way. I could be sounding crazy as fuck. I don't really familiar. I don't know. I don't have set terms. I am not expert. I am just as feeble and strangely heavily armed in about as many different areas as the normal human, sprinkled with abnormal divine. And that's about true. Wow. One of them is Candace's daughter's next kid. I like her. Well, I mean, I liked Mia. I don't know the human her. I had met in the womb and maybe had never left that. Now this is getting weird. Now I had also found myself tiptoeing either back through laser boundaries into uh-ohs, am I in the wrong space? And then laughed about it probably just as fast. But another one is and don't laugh, this is serious, because this is how your psychic awareness gets triggered. Now I'm laughing because my ex-girlfriend boyfriend is lady friends, new man, a tongue twister, and ex-girlfriend share new boyfriend with my lady friend. However, whatever window, I like the one. I flirty with her. I don't really have the same brick wall come up that I guess used to happen in a different world. That doesn't mean I'm going to try to stick my... That doesn't mean anything inappropriate. But if you can, just for a second, see yourself in a very strange, inappropriate, but not able to still have a wrong action, you would know where I'm talking about. Because you take an attractive lady, at least to where you are attracted, never fuck with the attractive levels. Hell, let them increase at the times they need to, as nature would be. And then there you go. It doesn't sound like you're very don't be fooled, because I've already congratulated and has spent my areas in future realms that I've never really been able to stand in before, like mentally, and with a accompanying soul that has come with part of my own self. Now, when the fuck has that been happening? Oh, this is quite new. Yeah, they're doing shit. They're over there with the hammers and then fucking hammering sounds. I'm still over here trying to explain to myself, they over there working. So what kind of sort of slow are we? Well, thank you for putting your tool belt on. He runs over there. Now, as I'm painting the picture, there's nothing about it that is not an actual emotional something. Despite in my abilities to just lightly bring it into your mind's view. Now, I have this. Before this information had came, whatever it was, there was a very weird, like an alarm for a part of myself that is, I guess, my fringe thinker, my free thinking, outer traveling part. It was to draw in. It was like as if some sort of giant python was constricting each time the mind took breaths, and that there would be a suffocation and a separating and death unless this was not heeded. And it was as if something returned to the more core parts of the thinking body. And that is a service that not everyone fully be what they do, and this be a more what I am in that explorer on the fringe, still not trying to lose my mind, but definitely more aware of that than meets the eye, because it didn't lose it today. It got in, it put itself down, a light winged snaky thing. Maybe snaky's not the right word. Definitely like a living form of winged light called your thinking. And still want to say snake for some reason. So that we don't really have these conversations from our... I don't know why. This is what we are. These weird things, these other forms, you're not going to find part of yourself that's not yourself. Spoiler alert. Now, I have a brief period of like 5 seconds. What are you going to do yourself? Yeah, I heard that today from the train guys. We're gonna stop in here. You're gonna get on the fucking train. I'm the conductor. Thank you, Matt. Looking at him stupid, and because what damage have you actually done by making yourself more aware in the positive or the negative? You're gonna fucking fuck your people over for making you smarter. Yeah, we see that in like somebody punches someone. There's a lot of weird responsory sort of parts of ourselves that we still get to laugh our asses off as we watch us do it. We can't, you punched me, you asshole. It's being human, right? Yeah, a lot of that. You just really chatty. Yeah, I'm chatting in a way. So I found some new country, as it were. Did you put yourself in Borg or Wharf mode? You standing out there with your dry penis, and while guarding. Yeah, then we have to like go through this. Are we being servitiled? Are we being subjected by some conquering force for no reason, or a false sense of duty? You know, yeah. These are questions you don't want to just. Yeah, you're gonna run through these. You're not gonna get through them without having the answer, and you're not gonna be able to get on the other side lying to yourself like used to be the case. These are immutable, different areas. You're gonna be a traitor to the soul or not. You're not gonna find your. Oh, I think I made a wrong choice. Wrong. You went commie fuck. You're not gonna come back to America. Something like that is. I'm not being far from, touching the base. You got some near welling up of tears real quick times today, and it all comes back to this same place with my own children. I wonder where they are, and all this stuff, and I want to lash out. And I think of all the times I heard someone say, "Let it go," and all this shit. I don't know. It's like all of these people presume. And don't a single one of these time when they're presuming and they're so hard to the telling somebody to let go of something, but they never own it, what they're referring to, and it's still ambiguous. It could be you or not, depending upon, these are the areas where I think we're going to find the most of ourself, each other. Because I'm not planting my flag in that, saying I fucking know. I'm just saying I, in this state of mind, could be also sharing my experience with this other person, and it be so close, maybe mine or theirs, and I don't need to know. I mean, I let go pursuing that sort of attachment. At that point is where you drop it, because you can't go nowhere with it. What are you going to do? You're going to fight and murder the world because it's over your proof of it, your proof of purchase? I mean, obviously that's retarded. But this is like blown my mind, my whole head up, tingling. And I don't feel like a little bit of a hero for being like, hey, at least this is the new realm. This is where to go. If you're not going to create the environments that you dwell in for the people you care about, you're never going to do it. If you don't have that as an immediate response, you're not on the level. I don't know how easier to say that. Sure, you'll have a little bit of emotional shit, but you're going to be tested by you. And you better pass it. But I mean, there is some things. People are always going to scrutinize you. People in the shadows, people that you don't see, voices that you don't know where come from. That is never going to stop. It's only when you are finally resoundingly sure on who you are and who you are not, that bullshit can begin to actually lose funding. And there may be a little ups and downs from there, but when they lose funding, you go into source, not them. And that's all I can say. You find that as a fucking nugget, you really know what I'm talking about.